Hello everyone! I thought I would make a quick 4th of July card for you for my friends in the United States, but if you're not from the United States, you could also just change the sentiment and the background on this card and use it for any occasion. So I started by going over my piece of black cardstock with my powder tool. It just cuts down on the static electricity so that there's no stray embossing powder pieces, because I am going to be embossing these fireworks from the July 4th set by Fawn. So I'm just inking up this largest firework blast with my Versamark ink, and then I'm going to stamp it twice on there, and then I'm actually going to do different colors for each one. So if you want to do just one color at a time, that would work as well. But I'm starting with the grapefruit pink Zing embossing powder. I'm just going to cover that one of the fireworks with that pink. And then the second one, I am going to use the mustard Zing embossing powder. All of the embossing powders that I am using today are the Zing ones, and I really like all of the colors that they have. They're really bright, fun colors. So then I'm going to go ahead and stamp the medium-sized firework on there. And I'm doing this on a black background because normally the fireworks are at night, so that is why I chose to stamp them and heat emboss them so that those colors were really vibrant. And usually fireworks are different colors as well, so that's why I'm using all these fun colors. So this one is the neon purple, and then the orange is called apricot. And then I'm going to stamp the smaller one quite a few times, and I'm just going to heat emboss that, all of the small ones with the same color, which is called cricket. And I did heat emboss the large ones and the two medium ones with my heat tool first before I stamped the smaller one, just so that there wasn't so much powder on there and then it wouldn't come off or anything like that. So I'm going to use two different stamp sets. So I have this, it is called Let's Barbecue from Fawn. I'm going to stamp the grill, and I can do this all at the same time because I'm going to use my large stamp block, so I'm just kind of placing them on my Coordinations 110-pound cardstock. I have the grill and the burger, and then I'm also going to use the spatula. So I'll just place those all on there, and then I can pick them all up with my stamp block. And then I'm going to stamp those with my Tuxedo Black Memento ink. I just had to ink it up a little bit better because this is the first time I'm using these stamps, so sometimes you need to ink them up once or twice before to get a good image. And then I also used the Party Animal set to stamp the bear and the little hat. So now I'm going to go ahead and color those in with my Copic markers. I'm just coloring this grill in with a gray color. It's the Cool 1, or C1, the cool gray. And then for the inside of the grill, I'm using the W7, which is like a dark gray color, but it's a warm gray, so it's kind of like a brown shade. And then I'm also going to use this R29 and just color in a little bit of red at the bottom, and I know that looks super scary right now and kind of looks weird. And I'm also using the Y17 to add a little bit of yellow, but I wanted it to look like there's some flames or heat at the bottom. But then once I color that over again with my W7, it kind of hides it so it's not so like bold in your face, but you can still see it. It has a little bit of like heat in there, so it's kind of a really cool effect to add to the grill. And then I'm coloring this burger in with the E08, which is like a reddish brown color. It's kind of perfect for the meat. And then just adding a little bit of shading with a darker brown color. And then blending that all together. So then I will go ahead and finish coloring in these images. I'm going to color in the party hat with red and blue, kind of for the 4th of July, and then the bear a light brown color. Alright, so I cut 2 strips using the grassy border die from Lawn Fawn, and I used a dark green color since this is kind of like a night scene. I wanted it to be like that darker color, so I'm just going to add those to the bottom of my fireworks piece. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere all of these little pieces down with my multi-matte medium. I'm just squirting a little bit on the back of each of those. So go ahead and put the grill down, and that's just going to look like it's sitting in the grass. And then I'll add the little bear right next to it. And then I can place the little burger on the grill, and then I'm going to adhere the spatula in the bear's hands and the little hat right on his head. Alright, so next I'm going to stamp my sentiment. I have the Happy 4th of July from that Happy 4th stamp set, and I'm just stamping that on a piece of white cardstock with my Tuxedo Black Memento ink. And then I'm going to go ahead and assemble my card together. So I have this piece of yellow cardstock from the Let's Polka 6x6 paper pad. And I'll adhere that onto my white A2 size card base. And then I can go ahead and adhere my fireworks scene piece right on top of that. And then I'm going to, before I adhere my sentiment down, I'm going to tie a little piece of some May Arts natural twine around that. I'll tie that into a bow. So I'm just going to cut a piece off and then tie it around there. I'm going to wrap it around a couple times and then tie it into a bow. And you could always put a little tape on the back of it if it's easier, so it doesn't move on you. And then I'll go ahead and adhere that down with some foam squares. I was going to use my ATG gun, but I thought I would add a little bit of dimension to the card, so I'm going to use these large foam squares from Best Creation. Can go ahead and remove the backings off from those, and then I am going to place that on the left side of my card, a little bit above my little scene there. And then to the center of each of those fireworks, I am just going to add a little bit of my, it is called, I think it's white opal liquid pearls. So I just am adding a little dot to the center with this white pearl. You could always use like a rhinestone or a faux pearl or some stickles too. I just kind of wanted that little bit of shine on there. So then that is my finished card. Hopefully this gives you a little bit of inspiration, and like I said, you could always change this up, change the sentiment or the background. I just think it's really cute with the fireworks and then kind of like the grilling out for the 4th of July. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys back here next time. Bye!